Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. We watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Roland Sands Sonoma leather jacket, available at RevZilla.com. Oh, Roland, I see that you have finally taken some of that DNA and made me a jacket that doesn't come in north of $600. This is the Sonoma from RSD. Roland Sands design DNA baked into a $400 to $500, bit more of a no-frills chassis. That's what I'm gonna call it. Black only, it has a nice hand waxing to it. It's going to be drum dyed, all black, and it's part of the new collection from Roland Sands that sees the Sonoma, it's going to be the Carson, it's going to be the Walker. They have 3 different styles that really are going to be no frills, blacked out, come with armor, and are really just for somebody that wants that staple riding jacket with a higher degree of quality. Now, this is the Sonoma next to me, 1.0 to 1.2 mil grade buffalo hide. They're using buffalo to do these, and they actually have a nice smell to them. Again, a little bit different. If we think about something that would have a similar flavor for this jacket, 2 to 3 season warm weather, cafe retro style, but aggressive sport cut. You want to take the big step up from that? Look at the Zuma in the Roland Sands line. There's a black, there's a tan version that I call Marlboro Man. It has a shinier sheen to it, but again, that's going to be cowhide, whereas this guy is going to be buffalo, and that actually might be buffalo hide as well. It's just finished in a different way, and it's a more premium take on it. If we look at the Sonoma, you're still getting some of the RSD branding, which is very subtle. The circle dot pulls, you're going to see the perforation scheme that you see off of the high-end jackets, but again, CE level armor, and they very much simplified this jacket. Now, if we think about sizing, high-vis Brian, 6 foot 195, 42-inch chest. This jacket actually has a race-oriented pre-curve to it. I think of this as like the retro cafe with clip-ons. Got that great look to it. Brian's going to be wearing a size large. And if we look at it, the only thing that caught us off guard was a little bit more narrow through the shoulder and the arms. And in my opinion, that might be from the fact that it's coming stock with armor versus some of the other RSD gear, which has an armor pocket but doesn't have the armor baked in. Now, think about that when you're looking at it. Think about the expansion panels here along the insides of the arms. Again, not a ton of elasticity or a lot of adjustability, but you do also have big accordion stretch in the back. So again, more of a sport to race fit on this bad boy. Use a size chart. We'll ship for free over 39 bucks. And what I'd love for you to do is click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the Sonoma from Roland Sands. Now, if we step back into it, one of the things that I don't like about this jacket, I really don't like 2 things. The first one is they're using basically a generic CE armor in this jacket. Go with Knox, do something that's branded that we know and that we trust. I'm not saying it's not a CE rated armor, but again, thinking about this price range, I'd like to see maybe a force field baked into this. Roland's done some really solid branded armor with those guys. The other thing, if I look at this jacket, these shoulder caps, they're very plain, they're nondescript, they're stealth mode. I think some of the stitching or the way that this is constructed could have been refined a little bit more. That's just my own personal taste, but again, getting into this $400 to $500 range, I've looked at other more retro styled Revit jackets in the $400 to $500 range, and again, they just have that aesthetic that takes it one step further. That would be my nitpick on this jacket, which otherwise I think is a really well constructed jacket, has a really nice hand to it. I love the way that they chose the buffalo leather and have worked that in, especially with the perf scheme. Now, some of the other things here. Vertical pocket on the left breast, 2 hand warmer pockets. Notice they do give you neoprene along the collar, which is going to keep that small Mandarin style collar from biting you. Again, Velcro across a YKK zipper with the RSD circle dot logo, and you're also along the left pocket going to get another little touch of RSD. A little bit of branding shows up down here along the left side. Now, if I move to his arm, it's a basic stretch panel, not accordion. It will flow air. It will allow it to be expansive depending on how you're built. But again, on the inside, non-impact area, if we open it up, YKK zip, you're going to see the satin mesh liner they've done on the inside here, and that's going to be that gold color. And notice it is a leather placket behind there too, which I like. Now, turn that way for me, HVB. If high-vis Brian goes that way now, the accordion stretch panels come into play. Notice accordion stretch along the shoulder blade, accordion stretch on the back of the elbow. You do have CE armor behind the shoulder, behind the elbow, it goes all the way down the forearm. And if we look along the side here, perforation scheme under the arm, it's going to keep you cool. And then down here along the hip, you do have an area for adjustability, which is a nice touch. Turn face backwards for me there, Brian. Now, you can upgrade the back armor. It's not coming with the CE back protector. You're going to have to upgrade that to CE. It comes with a piece of foam that you can remove. And if we look at the seat here, you're going to have the RSD circle winged foot here embossed down along the drop seat. Remember, if you're rocking this jacket, it does have that articulation. You could be in the tuck, you could be in the 3/4 position. A little bit of a longer seat is going to help you out. And then, of course, if you go all the way up by the collar, you're going to see perforation at the top of the back, as well as a big area of neoprene that lightens the load, creates a little bit of area of breathability, and low profiles it so you're never going to hit that with your helmet. Come back around to the front for me there, Brizzle. If Brian comes back to the front here, open it up, Leather placket along the inside. Notice, instead of the full satin liner, they've given you the mesh liner. It allows it to breathe. You do have perforation on the inside of your placket and around the inside of the jacket. And then again, you have the suede material on that side. This side should have a pocket for us. It does not. Yes, it does. There's the pocket I was looking for. Napoleon pocket on the inside of the jacket as well. And you can see how that really soft leather works its way up along the inside of the collar. And then you get that neoprene as well, finishing it off, keeping you cool and keeping you comfortable. Now remember, check out the Carson, check out the Walker. They're going to have a more classic cut to them, or they might have a different cafe style. They're going to be the 3 matte black, really buffalo options under the $500 mark in the new Roland Sands collection. The next step in your journey is to click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of the Soma. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Don't forget to subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion of the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.